Welcome to episode 39 of the Lightning Round. I'm your host, Lightning.
I'm AR, and I haven't slept in 40 hours.
He's tired.
No, not yeah.
So, couple of announcements.
There's a new game
with
ponies.
With us getting to 200 subscribers, I wanted
Wait,
to.
us?
Well, you're part of the channel as well.
I'll take 2 of them.
Anyway,
You can have the others.
since we hit the 200 subscriber mark, I wanted to.
Apologize.
No,
Oh.
I wanted to change and move on to something that change the podcast a little bit, make it evolve to something more than it has been. And we're gonna try it this week and see how well it works.
Mm-hmm.
If it seems to work out really well, we'll try to do it from now on. What we're gonna do is we're going to have AR record the screen as we're talking about the certain things.
Well, I always
like
do, but we just never show the screen. So.
But I mean, we'll actually show you the videos that we're talking about, and any other kind of pictures that we happen to see that we think needs to be shared.
Yep.
So that'll be something new that we've got going on for this week, just to give it a try. Also, this week we have our interview with Evan Bernardi. He's the director of Shaded Scythe Studios.
Not really. Yeah, he made quite a bit of Pokemon stuff actually. Some crispy. Yes, Rice Krispie treats. He made some of those as well. I'm sure he has at some point in his life. No, he makes a lot of creepypasta, like movie-like things, because he attends a college where he does stuff like that. So let's hear what he has to say about various things, and maybe he does eat Rice Krispies. We should ask him that.
So, first thing on the list this week, we have our interview. Today, we have Evan Bernardi with us. He is the director of Shaded Scythe Studios.
Woo!
Thanks for having me, guys. Been looking forward to it.
Indeed.
So, first thing we're going to do is just go over something that we ask all of the people that we interviewed. What's your favorite pony and favorite episode?
No.
What's my favorite episode of My Little Pony? Holy crap. I can only imagine how many other people have a hard time answering this question.
Lesson 0.
Lessons. I always keep recommending Lesson 0 for first-time watchers.
Because Fluttershy kills a bear. I scared my friend off with that one.
Actually, you know what? It wasn't Lesson 0. It was actually a Party of 1.
Ooh.
But
the other insane one.
I mean, I saw Double Rain. I did a review for Double Rainboom a couple days ago, but
I did too.
No. Oh, you did too?
Yeah, on end to end. So.
Yeah, I mean, the other guys are doing a full review nostalgia critic style, but in bottom line, however, I would say my number one favorite episode would be Find a Pet.
Find a Pet, okay.
Yeah, it's a good episode. It was actually, believe it or not, my first. That's why I find it really close. I mean,
okay.
You know, it's a good episode. Really is. Love the song in it.
And who's your favorite pony?
Himself.
My favorite pony. You mean like out of the main 6 or just anyone in general?
Just anyone in general.
I got the T-shirt to say it all. My favorite number 1 pony has to be Derpy. Who doesn't love Derpy?
Oh. We know someone who hates Derpy.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Don't need to mention names.
I always mention names is the problem.
Ah!
Yeah, so, actually, why don't you go ahead and tell us how you became a brony?
Oh, that is actually a really interesting story.
I love interesting stories.
Who doesn't?
Lightning.
But yeah, it actually began, the whole thing that got my attention was on Team Fortress 2. I don't know if you guys have ever played Team Fortress 2 before.
I tried. I failed.
How long did you play?
Good 10 minutes. Quite honestly, I'm probably one of the worst gamers ever, except for like 1 or 2 games I can play really well. That's about it.
E.T. and Pac-Man,
Yes, actually no, that'd be Galaga and Halo.
of course. But anyway, like I was going around Team Fortress, and there's a feature where you can like spray pictures that you can download from the internet all over the
Ah,
stages you go
and there
on.
were ponies everywhere, weren't there?
Yeah, at first I thought I didn't know what they were, and then this guy had this tool. Then it went to Gary's Mob, where this guy was putting on the episodes. And at first, I don't know if you remember this parody. You remember that show, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They did a parody of My Little Pony called My Troubled Pony. And at first I'm like thinking, okay, did a guy like make a web series based on that? Good for him. It wasn't until I got into college. That was my like one of my low points. As you know, I moved from Philadelphia to Orlando, and it was a depressing time for me. I was leaving my friends behind, starting a new college. This was like a year ago in November, and I saw a photo on my Facebook by my friend, not mentioning names, who went to McDonald's and got a Fluttershy. And I've heard about what the brony culture was, and I'm like, so you're part of that whole My Little Pony thing? He's like, hell yeah, man, hell yeah, in that exact tone.
In that exact tone over text messaging.
Actually, it was a Facebook comment that kind of changed the difference there.
Oh, Facebook makes all the difference with the way text sounds.
I know.
Facebook made everyone sound like a gangster.
Yeah. And I was in my room when I was in class actually, and I saw a video saying teens react to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And at first I'm thinking to myself, must be that pony thing. Is it like a movie or something? And so I look it up, and apparently I'm like, okay, it's not an online series. I don't even know what the hell the hub is, but like it was exactly what my words were. I didn't know what it was. Kind of was confusing whether it was a kids network when it was showing Alf and Transformers, but like, you know.
Yeah, now they're showing Animaniacs, which I approve of.
Yeah, who doesn't approve of that show?
Exactly.
Parents. Anyway, my Steam blocked me out because I have a Mac. Basically, when you go place Team Fortress Gary's mod on a Mac computer, it is total bad.
Yes, it is. I have a Mac as well, and a PC. Which, actually, my Skype isn't working on my Mac. I don't know why. I'm having that trouble.
Yeah, have you ever tried reinstalling it?
I probably need to. I'm too lazy for that.
Which is weird, because I'm debating whether or not that's an April Fool's joke because you're talking to me on Skype, but like, you know.
No. It's not, actually. I was talking with someone else, and they said their Skype shut down about the exact same time as mine, and they have a Mac too. I'm like, that's really weird.
It's a conspiracy, I tell you! A conspiracy!
It is!
Ah! But anyway, I was browsing through YouTube, and I finally came by this video called Fluttergasm. And it was that one part where she responds to Rainbow Dash when she says she's interested in getting a pet. It was just that one full line all the way. And I'm like, okay, I need to see what this is about. So I type in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Pet episode. I watched that thing from top to finish. I'm like, it's been the first 3 minutes I know the personality of every single character. Because as you know, like, it begins with Rainbow Dash, and then just like all the other characters come in and they just show who they are. It was just amazing. And you know, I didn't even know who Tara Strong was either. And when I heard who she did voices for, I was just impressed. Especially also hearing how Lauren Faust was the wife of Craig McCracken.
Right.
And ever since then, I started off with Friendship is Magic, and pretty much led my way through there.
Ooh, fancy.
And here I am today, right? Writing a fantasy series, and I just criticized Double Rainbow.
Woo!
Yeah!
That's how you do it.
Exactly.
I still enjoyed it. There were a lot of flaws. I still enjoyed it, though.
Why don't you tell us about what Shaded Scythe Studios is?
The Shaded Scythe Studios. The Shaded Scythe Studios, me being one of the members, is composed currently of 3 to 4 members. One, God bless him, is in the Air Force.
Ah.
course. Not going to give names, but he goes by the screen name Blaze. It also composed of my good buddy Sonic XJ22 and Cylinder Top Hat, greatest name ever. Ever since May 11, 2008, we started making small videos for YouTube, and compared to today, with my work as well as everybody else on the group, we've basically been one of those groups that has escalated from the bottom of the step to the edge of the cliff. But basically the whole point of doing this was to make a group of friends that love to make movies, as well as making movies that were designed by those who supported us. Yeah, and we come a long way. I mean, like, I taught myself animation using Microsoft Paint and Windows Movie Maker.
Wait, you can you animate in Paint?
Well, basically, here's how you animate in Paint. If you remember, I don't know if you've ever seen clips of old Disney movies, such as Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but basically to animate in Paint, you just if you want one character to cross the street, you make one picture of one character on one part, then another, then another, then another.
Okay, so okay, I see. Yeah, okay, you're doing it that way. Okay, I get it.
I don't know, I had like a dinosaur for a computer, and all I had was Windows Movie Maker. I mean, you should see
that takes a lot of talent, actually, to do that in There's some amazing stuff that's done with Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I actually, I actually made like a 3-part animated movie out of Microsoft Paint images, and nice. Sure, it was amateur, but it was impressive.
Yeah, exactly. To do that in Paint, you have to have a lot of patience
and a lot of computer memory.
That too, and that's a lot of patience and computer memory. That's about it, and enough time to actually do it.
Exactly. I mean, like, I was actually like starting off. I think it was like one day after I uploaded the first video, which I'm gonna admit, despite it being special to me, is really atrocious. But yeah, it's still special to me. No, it's what began everything. So yeah, basically since then the Shaded Scythe Studios has grown very much. Ever since I moved to Florida, I've taken my movie making a lot seriously, and I've expanded. I mean, like, I got my own personal actor. Basically, right now, my record breaker is a film called Easter Egg: Snow on Mount Silver, which I believe I showed to you, Lightning, correct?
Yeah, and we'll be talking about that in a little bit as well.
Of course. And basically, ever since then, I've been meeting a lot of people. I've met Miss Nitro Goblin. She, as a voice actress, she's helped me out with numerous projects, including my upcoming one for the 5-year anniversary. I got a lot planned, as well as my actor, Mr. Alex Blackwell, who I met on a Full Sail shoot. But ever since then, basically, the Shaded Scythe Studios has gone from a small group to a huge group of individuals that are committed to the one goal of making movies for people.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, what exactly is your role in the team?
Well, I don't have a specific role. I mean, like, I would kind of say I'm kind of one of the most active members. I run the YouTube channel as well as the Facebook channel, and other than that, and that's pretty much my 2 priorities. Since whenever like any of us does a project, we try to get as much help as we can and see what we can provide. Like, I'm willing to help any of my friends in any way I can, and and basically, basically we're in charge of our own projects. Like this upcoming one I got right now, I've got like 3 Facebook groups up there.
Oh, okay.
And all these people that are welcome to help out. And, it's charge. I don't want to take like a lot of glory, but, basically, yeah, we're all like an equal bunch.
So, how did you get this whole thing started? I mean, what made you want to make movies?
What made me want to make movies?
Okay, that's how most things in the world start.
I remember when I got my YouTube account, I didn't even know how the thing worked. I thought it was only the videos were uploaded by professionals, like industry professionals that just had nothing better to do, but so they made little videos on the side one day and just boom, put it on there. And I got more into it, seeing it was a public site. I started my channel in 2007, which means I'm an old geezer on YouTube. So So yeah, basically, since then, and also I should point out one thing, you should be actually kind of honored since I'm probably going to be the last guest you have on this thing if YouTube's April Fool's joke today doesn't go through.
10 years, and we're going to judge all of the videos uploaded since 2005.
I know, I got the video up right now. They've been at this for 8 hours now.
It says nominated all the uploaded videos. I'm like, what is this? Go to my other channel, nominated. I'm like, what is this?
I'll give them
I was
credit,
convinced
though.
at first. I'm like, what is this crap?
I know. I mean, like, then when I saw Rebecca Black in the video, that I knew it was fake. But anyway, back then I was a real anime fan. Who wasn't? I mean, you guys, I may be making a prediction, but you guys went through the phase where you just didn't stop watching Naruto.
No, actually, I didn't get into Naruto. I got into Bleach, though, with my sister for a while.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it wasn't Naruto for me either. But I was watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z or
there you go,
stuff like that.
I was into.
There were other.
My favorites right
animes.
now would be Clanad, the whole series of Clanad. I love that to death. Or in high school, it's hilarious, and probably Dragon Ball Z just because it's nostalgic now. It's old, or Pokemon, the original.
Well, definitely Pokemon.
That's like almost 20 years old now and it's still going. I've seen a newer episode. It's stupid now, but I still like it.
And yet Ash's testicles
and he's still 10.
Descended. There's something here mentioning in the movies that made no sense that he's around like age 12.
Whoa, he grew in a year?
I don't know. No, I'm only imagining what level Pikachu is at. There you go.
And he still can't beat beginning
anyway,
Pokemon at the beginning of every region.
I know, and the fact that Ash is still has the personality of sandpaper.
Yeah.
Not that, but don't take that wrong. I mean,
it can be very useful. But yeah.
But anyway, I was like into anime, and there was a YouTuber that I used to watch that made a small series called The Toby Show by a user who is not there anymore. Her name was Ten Shikitsuki 1000. Never gonna forget that name. I actually communicated with her once on the day before she left DeviantArt. She said she remembered who I was, and basically she was a huge inspiration for me to get into movie making, and as well as ready to freak out when you say this. I was inspired by Miranda Cosgrove on iCarly. I saw the comedy in there. It was a
that
huge
makes
inspiration
sense.
For me.
Yeah, she was also funny in Drake and Josh, but iCarly was a bit bigger, I think.
Yes, the thing about iCarly is I heard they recently ended the show. They ended it on a good note. No, they did a decent amount of seasons and they ended it perfectly. Yes. They did a Nickelodeon show done right, similar to Drake and Josh. Well, whenever someone brings up Danny Phantom, I always use the same response, and this isn't the exact reason. It's just a metaphor. Some cartoons were not meant to have characters with 5 fingers. But ever since then, my friend and I, Sonic XJ22, were all over trying to get a video on YouTube. Like one time, like he went out and got a camera, but it turned out to be the wrong type of camera. It was a camcorder. Okay. I also got one. I also got the wrong one for myself for Christmas for my father. But then apparently he did some webcam work. He was the first one to get a video on YouTube besides me. I mean, before me. He's a smart kid. What do you expect? But after that, I remember on May 11th, for the past couple of months, I got help from this user, 10 Shikitsuki 1000, of how to use Windows Movie Maker to make a movie. And I always thought it was just you hit the save button and then you put it on the YouTube and then boom.
No.
And then May 11, 2008, it was in the afternoon. I think it was raining out.
I love how you remember the dates.
Yeah, I remember good occasions from start to finish. But I remember going on Windows Movie Maker, and I look to the side and I see this last option she gave me. It was the last step on the list. Hit save to computer. I thought it was just going to file save. But then I look at this thing on the side it says and it says save to computer. I'm like, duh. So I hit that. I put it on YouTube, and next thing you know, the first Shaded Scythe Studios video with the icon came out entitled "Coming Soon."
Coming soon.
And yeah, it was a small like slideshow video with just some pictures, some text, and no sound whatsoever, as well as the first Shaded Scythe Studios icon, which was just a slow flashing icon that flashed black and white.
Woo!
Yeah,
best kind of icons right there.
So yeah, ever since then, I've been inspired by people on the internet to can pursue more goals. Like I mentioned before, I made that animated movie. You guys have seen the episode, the show Courage the Cowardly Dog, most likely.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It scared me.
Oh, yes, now I want you to think back in your childhood. What was the one episode that made you shit yourself?
Probably Fred.
Fred.
The barber that came in.
I'll try a new concept. Do the words "return the slab" mean anything to you?
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
That one as well. Yep.
I made a sequel to that movie, starring me and my friends, and
oh, lovely.
Yeah, I was really into there. The thing about that I feel like I brought back King Ramses' curse. I basically regained its popularity because before I even uploaded this thing, it might have been because YouTube was still old, but there were only like 5 videos. Next thing you know, I look back at it a year after I uploaded, and the internet is filled with them, with videos and photos. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But not that I'm saying I'm the full responsibility. I feel like I might have been able to add to it with the sequel movie. It was, and it was weird. It took like 4 years to complete all the way through, and the ending is like rushed at the end. And I couldn't use some of the original characters, so I had to like bust something up at the last minute.
Ooh.
But yeah, but in the end, I thought it turned out really great. I was glad to apply my skills with animation, and based on what I've learned throughout YouTube. I mean, like, I learned a lot of stuff through the YouTube poops to how to make remixed videos. It was just amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much how it all began and to the present right now.
Very nice. Let's actually talk about some of your projects. Like, tell us about the Snow on Mount Silver one.
Okay. Yeah, of course. But first, with the question, how's the hard time sleeping going for you, Lightning?
Well, to be completely honest, the movie was creepy to the point where it was at the time kind of creepy to watch. It didn't linger after that, though.
So what? You didn't get affected?
Not as much. But then again, I was not a huge Pokemon fan after they got past, the red, blue, and yellow.
Yeah, I can understand that. I remember the classics. But
I have yellow sitting in front of me.
Lucky. In that case,
it works.
AR, you haven't seen the movie yet, have you not?
No, I have not.
I'm gonna give you this advice. Recording a webcam reaction for YouTube is worth it.
It really is, because people love those. Sadly, I don't have a webcam on my PC.
Dang it.
It's on my Mac. It sits in the living room, sitting idly.
Oh, you are such a trickster.
Indeed, I'm tricksy.
But yes, Snow Mount Silver was actually an interesting story. You guys heard of creepypasta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
I remember I got into it during December. My friend showed me. You've heard of Lost Silver, right?
I think I have.
It's like a game based on this guy who got a hacked version of a Silver for a Game Boy game.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the Ash Gray one.
Yeah, I never saw.
Okay.
I never saw that one. I'll actually note that.
It's actually a bit creepy, but anyways.
Anyway, ever since then I got into creepypasta, Jeff the Killer, all those urban legends and cyber video game terror. And believe it or not, scared me half to death. And anyway, I came across the story Easter Egg Snow Mount Silver. And I saw the sprites. I just glanced through it. I skimmed through it, and I thought it was about like some guy saves his Game Boy on Mount Silver. He comes back 3 years later, and then it looks like, yeah. So
yeah, good answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, I read it closely, and I find it to be a really good concept. And I was in a public speech class one day, And I took 4 years of it in my ROTC class in high school. And of course, being a college student, I already knew what was going on. Speak good, don't stutter, and apparently Adolf Hitler was the greatest guy to present a speech.
Well, yeah, he's probably one of the most convincing people that ever existed because he convinced the entire nation that they were the best ever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, I'm in this class. I'm bored, so I just take out a paper and start writing down the script for Snow on Mount Silver.
Okay.
And at the same time, I was taking a creative writing class where they were teaching me how to write a professional script. So when I was finished this one, I just revised it.
Oh, very nice.
Yep, and
I had a script writing class recently as well.
Oh, really?
What college are you going to?
I'm actually 2 months to graduate from Full Sail University.
You're at Full Sails. Okay, so I thought I'm like he's probably at Full Sails. Okay, I'm at the Art Institute of Sacramento right now. So.
Oh, that's cool. Cool. What are you pursuing?
Video and film production.
There you go. Anyway, I'm writing the script. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I wish I could make this into a film. I would never be able to master those game effects.
I see.
And I don't know what I was thinking. I was probably high that night when I did this. If I did do drugs, but I'm not.
If I did do drugs, I don't remember if I did or not.
Whenever someone asks me about the story, I actually forgot to bring up the joke. I usually say I went to a bar one night. I drank a lot, and next thing you know, I woke up in someone's house, and the script was on my computer.
And the script was in my hand.
I got that one with Equestria Talk, and they thought. But anyway.
Nice.
But anyway, I was bored one day, and I just sent out emails to every game maker I could find. And the first guy to respond to the idea was a guy named Bruce Smith, who was famous for creating the first playable version of. You've heard of the Buried Alive story, right?
I've heard about it. That's about it, though.
The thing that the zombie you fight in Lavender Town.
Oh, that, yes! Okay, that.
Now,
okay, I know. It took me a second because I didn't know if you were referring to an actual game or one of the creepypastas for Pokemon. But yeah, I know the Buried Alive story.
Now, I saw his gameplay before. I couldn't play because I was on Mac, but I saw his gameplay before, and that thing.
Mac.
And this thing definitely scared me because of the music he used. And believe it or not, he was the first one to respond back, and I told him about the idea, and he took some time to think about it. At that same time at Full Sail, I was directing another film with Snow on Mount Silver's actor Alex Blackwell. We met during this production, and during then I was getting more skilled of how to make a professional independent short film. So after this production, Bruce Smith said he'd do it. He'd do this, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be big. So the production started. Well, the script started in February, and it premiered in October. So it took like 8 months outside of school.
Okay.
And Full Sail, if you may or may not know, is a 24/6 school, so it's 24 hours, 6 days a week.
Nice.
Classes are like 6 hours long, but it's worth it.
Oh, yours are 6 hours. Mine are 4 hours long.
Oh, did I say? Well, usually it can be 8 depending on what labs go on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But either way, long classes sometimes suck if you're not in the mood for them. But as long as you have good teachers and good classmates, you'll be fine.
I remember they were good teachers. I remember taking lighting. I love that teacher.
I have yet to take lighting. I'm fairly new at my school, so.
I remember that teacher. He was the first teacher I ever met in my life that got a class to be quiet by shouting, "Shut the fuck up." It worked. He did. He really did.
Oh, that'll definitely work, yeah.
It did. But anyway, I posted an ad on one of the Full Sail student sharing sites saying looking for crew for a production. And the first guy to come back was Mr. Matthew Judson, who was a camera guy. He volunteered to help out. And believe it or not, I posted another post on there saying I got a lot to do. I got a film project, a film I'm doing outside of school, and another thing I got a plan for.
Okay.
Alex Blackwell from I Am Nerd is the guy that said if you're doing any outside work, I would be glad to help you. And bless the guy's soul, he got into the film.
Nice.
Blake. At first, I wanted him to play the role of Lightning's probably only gonna know who I'm talking about.
Probably.
I was gonna get him to play the Doctor at first.
Doctor. Wrong Doctor.
And after that, his girlfriend was gonna be the original main character, but she didn't do it, so we held auditions, and thus I met
Tara Strong. No, she's in California anyway.
I know. Well, I'm not even gonna ask how you know that, but okay.
What?
But one of I met Palmer Kelly, who was the main character of the thing, as well as Miss Miss Kathy, who is the mother of the two kids, and her daughter, who volunteered to play the doctor role. And I don't know if you heard of this guy before. His name is Mr. Creepypasta.
I've heard of his name. That's about it, though.
Mr. Creepypasta is a guy who is famous for reading the creepypasta stories on the internet. I told him, I asked him if he could read Snow on Mount Silver to help promote this film, and if he did, I would let him have a voice cameo in it.
Okay.
I'm like saying to myself, what am I doing? He's not going to respond. The next day, he just says I'm going to read the story all the way through, and I'd love to help out with this thing. Ooh. And thus he got his voice cameo in the movie. And
nice.
We got a fan page going up on Facebook.
Facebook.
We were going to this guy's enthusiasm is amazing. We were going to upload a game as well. Well, in the meantime, I was posting everything on the movie, what we were doing. It took like several months until September came, the month before it was going to come out. And by way before I even started this, I made mistake number 1 when making a movie. Never post the trailer until the movie is done. I posted on the internet. The blizzard begins on Halloween, so I had till October 31st to do this.
Exactly. Don't set, if you do that, don't set a time. Just set a general idea. Coming out eventually is a good place to start, actually.
Yeah, I know. No, I did that for the other series I'm on. But anyway, so we're working through. And we go through the basic stuff. Like, there's always problems on the set. Like, some people turn in late, other people have traffic problems, and but we all got through it. We filmed it here at my place, and we even got my school to let me use one of their sound stages for a scene. Yeah, except we had 2 hours in it, so we had to shoot like each one extremely fast.
Oh.
So like, it wasn't really much lighting, but they were kind enough to do that, and after that came the fun part, was editing it on Final Cut Pro.
Oh, you Final Cut Pro. What
Hello?
Hello?
I thought I broke there. I used Final Cut Pro and After Effects for the whole film. And it was easy. Like, I was editing it along when we finished each filming day. I was editing what we got. And the big portion of it was scene 4, which took up like half of the 20 to 22 pages of the script. And that script was annoying. We went through like 6 copies, and the script was like 40 pages long. I got like a whole binder filled with scripts. It's like amazing. But I'm going through the whole thing, and believe it or not Bruce was providing the maps, and we couldn't find a battle system, so I had to create the battles on After Effects. Yep, and one of my big significant things is during this production, I posted my concept art for the sprites on the Creepypasta Wiki. One day at school, I think it was like a week before it premiered, I was still finishing up the battle systems, and I'm looking at the drawings, and I'm like, wait, no, I can't use these, I'm sorry. So because the thing was, if I use them, people are going to know what they're going to look like. So I went behind my crew and the whole outside world and redid every single sprite that was used in there. And then the day came out when it was the pre-day that it came out. My house lost its internet. We were using the neighbor's link system, and they got evicted. But so we were out of internet, wireless internet at least. So I had to upload the thing at school when it was finished. I finalized the video, outside of my school's library after my class ended. It took like an hour for it to finalize on Final Cut Pro, and then came the time I had to do it and put it on YouTube. I was standing outside the library, and it's not processing; it's really loading, and I'm up there. It says the wait time is like 200 and something minutes.
Oh, I hate that for YouTube videos. It's like, you have to wait 400 minutes. I'm like, it's an audio version of something.
I know what you mean.
That sometimes.
Then again, I've been using compression to make it faster. But anyway,
compression's helped.
It was torture. I couldn't leave my laptop unattended. Thank God I was next to a restroom. room. And the worst part was there was a Taco Bell across the street, like all the way across the campus, and they were giving away free Doritos Locos tacos that
night. Of course, that night they are.
Yes, I was like close to running outside screaming my lungs off. But I'm
Hey, can you run over here? Bring me one. How about you come over here? I can't.
I know. I was like so close to calling my friend to get me one, but believe it or not, my phone died.
Oh, so convenience.
It finally goes to the uploading portion, and then it goes to processing. And it's like 7 o'clock. I began this thing at like 3. And I'm like, oh my God, I go and started the uploading process.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just making sure, because they cut out there for a second, so.
And if
they didn't cut out everything, so yeah.
You're good.
Okay.
And then came the premiere date. I had a premiere on this media sharing site. I did like a Q&A with everybody on that was on the Facebook page as well as the Creepypasta wiki. And at 10 o'clock at night was when I premiered it. And and while doing the premiere, I was sitting in the chair watching people react in comments. That's
the life of a YouTuber right there.
Exactly. The thing was a success. As soon as I got home, the thing already reached 1,000 views. Comments were flowing in, and it was a smashing success.
Smashing.
And so yeah, basically it became one of my record breakers. I love reading the comments of how I ruined the childhoods of people.
Oh, I love ruining people's childhoods.
Yep,
you ruined my life.
After that, I uploaded behind-the-scenes footage, some concept art that was used, as well as the LOL reel. And one thing that I really regret about this is we were gonna have the playable game, but I had to just do the footage. The thing about the game was we were gonna make it playable, but the problem was the whole file got corrupted. If we were to have put it on the internet, then everybody's computer would have
fried.
Yes. Yes. If we ever
did you eventually get one working?
Well, we're working on it right now. One of our biggest concerns is to find a playable battle system.
I see.
And until we find one that's recent and new, then it's still a work in progress. I'm trying to give people what they can give. I mean, like I even get confused. I mean, people are asking if this is a real hack. I'm like so close to like making a video. Why would you want to play this game? Did you see what it did to the kid?
Did you see what it did to the kid?
But yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing with Snow on Mount Silver. It was a great success, and I'm glad to. And usually I go on what's the site pronounced? Omegle. It's like a thing.
Oh,
Omegle, yeah.
Omegle or whatever.
Yeah, Omegle.
Just call it omelet. It sounds more tasty.
I go on Omegle, and I like to show people the film, and I got some people to post reaction vids. I even went to, you know who Hate Seed is, right?
Oh yeah,
I've heard of the name. That's about it.
I passed him on Omegle one time, and we had some talk, and I'm like, you should check out this film I made, and he said, okay. A couple of hours, I left him, and about an hour later, I come across this guy who was also talking to me. He's like, yeah, he told me to look at this one movie. It was called Snow on Mount Silver. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, now for a good opportunity to blow this guy's mind. I'm like, yeah, I saw that movie. He's like, you have? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, he wanted to make a reaction vid for it. He had to re-record it though. And I'm like, yeah, I love that part where the girl's going through the cheat codes in this notebook. I'm holding out the notebook from the film, and he's like, no. And pretty much, yeah, I like to blow the minds of people on the internet.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, it's one of my proudest projects I've been working on. It's like a huge jump point for me, testing out all my abilities, and I had a good time working with all these people. Wouldn't have gotten anywhere without them, and it was big. It was a big.
People are awesome.
They are.
Most people.
No, the portion of the movie that was where you're pretty much just showing a screenshot of the game, or not just a screenshot, but I mean, you know, it's showing the game being played.
The gameplay footage.
Right. Did you make that gameplay footage yourself?
You know, yes and no. All the times you see the player on the map, that was the magnificent work of Bruce Smith, who did then again, I helped design the maps in Photoshop. If you actually look at the photo story video, you can see how the map evolved. Like we went through like several portions to make Mount Silver covered in snow, and I did the static effects as well as the text boxes. I had to do some editing there, and that was like completely annoying, but it was worth it. I did that all on After Effects and Final Cut Pro. But the battle systems, all the battles you see in there, was all handmade through Final Cut Pro and After Effects. Every sprite, every letter, even the fight box that had all the text, as well as each text below, was all made on Final Cut Pro and After Effects.
Such tedious programs, especially After Effects. I've made movies in After Effects. It's tedious.
Well, yeah, the rendering time for After Effects is like...
Oh, that's horrendous. Rendering time on most production, like editing softwares or anything, really just takes forever in general.
And the worst part is it eats your battery, like, quickly.
Oh, it does.
So does Final Cut Pro, but, like, no, then again...
80%? That'll last. 2 minutes later, 70!
I mean, After Effects... I mean, I created the video hug.mov, which was posted on the same day as the movie Light. Did you see that one yet, Lightning, hug.mov?
I think I didn't see it, but I mean, I think I saw it on the channel, though.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it inspired so much. I mean, like, there's a guy on the Tumblr site that made it so you can ask questions to the monster in the film. And I'm like thinking to myself, really, this guy, he named the monster Corey.
Corey.
The monster Corey.
My name is Corey.
So I'm like thinking to myself, okay, I'll blow his mind. I like to say my topic. I was the guy that made the Snow on Mount Silver movie. I guess that means I'm your daddy. How does that make you feel? Photo response shows the monster. Hug. That's what he said. In blood lettering, it says hug.
Hug.
There you go. I give.
Nice.
He's smiling. I give him a hug, man. But yeah, that was pretty much the programs that were made on the game footage was just through RPG Maker with Bruce Smith, who got really into his game making, and I'm happy I got him into that stuff. It was amazing. It really was.
So wait, whose turn is it to ask a question, Lightning?
It's yours.
Oh, okay. Well, we're there? Okay, I thought we were somewhere else.
We're here.
Okay. Anyways, how long overall did it take you to finish it?
Snow Mount Silver's production lasted 8 months total.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking you mentioned that earlier, actually.
Yeah.
That's why I was hesitating, but to ask that one, because I thought you mentioned.
I'm going by when I wrote the first script in my in this public speaking class all the way till October 31st.
Yeah.
It was all.
I was gonna say, yeah.
The editing portion took at least 2 months. I was using the footage I got, and as well as what remained.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I had to stay up a couple of nights to get this thing finished. And I remember Bruce Smith had sent me the last map like a couple days. Like 2 days before it was supposed to come out. But yeah. Then again, I had some days off that time and plenty of time to do it, and it was all pretty simple.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was.
So now, moving on to another project, one that you're currently on right now is the Farmer and the Rocker.
Oh yes. Do
you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Of course, the Farmer and the Rocker. I actually thought of the idea. You've heard of the song "Rainbow Factory" by Glaze,
yes,
right?
I have.
Yeah.
I hated it at first, but after listening to it and watching a SFMP and V of it, I'm like, I kind of like it now.
What, by a Brony Dance Party?
No, I didn't watch that one. It was a different one. It was an SFM one.
Oh, Source Filmmaker.
Yeah, it was a Source Filmmaker one, which is SFM. So it was very well done, actually. I liked it.
The song or the video?
Both. I only listened to the first part of the song when I made my Brony documentary and used that. Yeah, I made a Brony documentary for my college. Anyways.
Yeah, my college went as well.
Oh, really?
in the early stages. Like we're talking when My Little Dashie was recognized the most.
It still is quite recognized. We know the author, so.
Oh, yeah. You're personally or on the internet?
Personally,
on the internet?
I do.
Well, yeah, we talked to him on Skype.
I talk to him too often.
Yeah, I've spoken to him a couple of times on like DeviantArt. I was actually almost gonna make a Dashie movie at one point, but I felt like it was kind of like too common and it would be like consuming.
Because there's actually quite a few now.
Yeah, except for I don't think any of them actually ever reached completion. So.
Yeah, I would have done it if I had an animator, but I still have my scripts. I like did the scripts in chapters like out of order. But I still keep them. But anyway, it all started kind of with that song Rainbow Factory. I was listening to it and I was wondering how it would have been formed, and kind of got my idea through my OC, which was the white pony unicorn you see there. And you're just saying that because it has a sickle for a tail, aren't you?
I was just saying that because I could. I mean, I'd say that about anything really. Dad, yeah, the pizza's coming. Yes, the pizza delivery guy of death is coming. So stuff like that.
You are fracking epic, my friend.
Thank you.
Anyway, I was this was during Snow Mount Silver. It was during my downtime. I heard this song after hearing Mick the Microphones. I know it's Mike.
I thought it was Mike the Microphone.
Yeah, I know it's a common misconception for me, but
it's a common misconception.
Ever since I heard his reading of it, I heard the song and I thought it was just amazing. Ooh. I mean, I was still getting into house music at the time, and I loved the electronic sounds.
I see.
Believe it or not, he was actually supposed to. I actually wanted him to cameo in the last chapter I posted, and he kind of gave. Equestria Talk gave him spoke to him, and they recently did like the first interview with him, and apparently after learning that, surprising people that he was from the UK, and the fact that they didn't really like singing, which kind of disappointed me. Like what you do, man. No matter how much you think of it, you gotta like what you do.
Exactly.
And anyway, that song kind of got me in thinking how it would have been performed in Ponyville. So, and I thought, I can see something like that. And then when I was driving home to and from my college, I lived like 30 minutes away from my college.
I live 40 from mine.
Yep, and my radio was busted.
Well, that's always fun. I know how that is.
You wanna know what's worse?
No air conditioning?
I live in Florida and it's really hot, so basically it's no air conditioning.
Yeah. I live in California. We have nice cool nights up here in Northern California, so. Haha. That's all.
Okay.
Anyways.
No comment there.
Okay. Back to your story of wonderfulness.
But anyway, I'm listening to the songs here and still being a brony maniac at the time, still am. And when I basically I was thinking to myself one day how these songs would have been.
Or this could be hell. Anyways, sorry.
I was listening to like some of my favorite metal artists, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, all the works.
Yes.
And I was wondering myself why you never hear this music in the show. I mean,
the show or the fandom?
Both. I mean, like in the show, you got like orchestral music, you got polka, you got dubstep, you got a little bit of rock Cutie Mark Crusaders song, but I was wondering to myself if there was any way that could be that could parody this, and I wasn't like a writer or a musician or anything, and I thought to myself, might as well write down a concept or something. And thus I kind of thought of ways that I could parody the music there. Mm-hmm. There are different artists because they parody states like Philadelphia or Vancouver or Saddle Arabia,
Baltimore, stuff like that.
You looked at the map too, didn't you?
No. Yes. Well, that and actually I have a script I'm working on where there's ponies based in Baltimore. So.
Yeah, pretty much, and of course the one that I came up with, Trotstralia.
Oh my gosh, you would.
Once I came up with the concept, I thought to myself, how this band would have been like a huge parody, and I thought like making each member a parody of famous musicians would have been like would have been like kind of hysterical. I mean, like you got Vinyl Scratch being kind of a parody of Deadmau5. And Octavia kind of being any orchestral little artists that would be out there that no one really recognizes, such as like Beethoven or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so kind of I came up with a concept there. At first, I used to always visualize what it'd be like if I was part of a heavy metal band.
Awesome.
It'd be 4 people, and the band would have this ridiculous name. I forgot what it was.
Guns N' Roses?
No.
Oh.
But no, I think. Oh yeah, the band was called. Oh my god, get ready to laugh at this. Bigfoot is Yellow. I got the idea because of this Bigfoot sighting that you saw. The guy saw him and digging through his trash can. He had blonde hair, which kind of brought up the thing. Anyway, I was thinking I wanted to do a parody for each character. In this case, yeah, I'm not going to use Shredder because that's an obvious example.
Yes.
But, if those who don't know, it's Slash. It had.
To be Slash. Yeah.
It had to be Slash.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you got Rush Lee, obviously a parody of Geddy Lee from Rush.
Yep. Rush Lee.
It kind of made it obvious.
Yeah, that is actually quite obvious. But Rush is an awesome band.
Yeah, I love Rush. It's a great. I actually wanted to parody one of the song "Spirit of Radio" and do a parody song called "Spirit of YouTube."
Oh, that'd be pretty cool, actually. Yeah,
it would if I had a band.
Oh,
but
wow.
yeah, of course you got Ludwig Slide, who is Ludwig Slide is pretty much I'm not going to argue. I do the voice of Ludwig Slide, and it's kind of like one of my weakest characters. Trying to do that French accent. If you hear the recordings, you can hear me complaining like so much. And but basically, yeah, he's kind of like one of the hard ones to find. He's kind of like a parody of Billy Joel, and kind of a little bit of Beethoven in there. Since back then he was kind of a in retrospect a rock star, not doing rock music, but back in his time, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
And of course, you got Snap the Drummer, a parody of Ringo Starr and Bill Ward, based on the clothing and his fame.
Ringo Starr.
Exactly.
He's an alright actor too, actually.
Ringo Starr, I did like him on A Hard Day's Night.
I liked him on Caveman.
I never saw him.
Matcha!
Wait, was that wait a minute, the Caveman, the show or the movie?
The movie.
Oh, thank God.
The only Caveman movie show I watch is probably The Flintstones.
I was about to say, if you watched that Caveman show that was based on the Geico Caveman, I was just gonna freak out.
No,
there's actually one of those that I didn't know that actually existed.
What?
Yeah, no one remembers it, but anyway.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Anyway, then came Whiplash, who was, I got the name from the character from Friendship is Witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Can't argue there. But I wanted one female in the band. She's kind of a parody of. This was unintentional, but someone pointed this out. She is a parody of kind of like Miley Cyrus, and she has some white stripe in there. So,
ooh,
yeah, there was another example that Equestria Talk came up with. I forgot who it was though. But and of course, and I gave Thrash Trotter the being the vocalist list. I gave him kind of like a comparison to Axl Rose, Steven Tyler, and at first I was actually going to give him a red bandana for a parody of Axl Rose, but I'm like, no.
That's probably too much.
And the fact that he does stage stunts is kind of like a tribute to Michael Jackson as well.
Ah.
Well, like it's a hidden thing, but you know. So like I came out with this thing here, and I thought this is actually really good. I may not be able to make music, but I want to do something with this idea. And at the same time of making Mount Silver, I wrote down each member's name as well as like a list of songs they would parody. In this case, if you saw, AR, you read the audiobook, have you not?
What?
Farmer and the Rocker.
No, I have not heard of the audiobook yet. I need to.
And Lightning, you gotta get this updated with stuff.
I know, Lightning.
And
what?
I lost him in the middle of the story.
I know. But he fell asleep.
No.
He's drunk again.
No. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Anyway.
Makes you feel any better. I'm sitting here drinking Pib Extra, so like I
had a glass of milk, but I ran out. I want to go get more.
So anyway, I do all these parodies of the songs based on Ponyville. Like example, the song "War Pigs" goes into war cults. That's one of my favorite examples there.
Nice.
Sweet Child of Mine is Sweet Cult of Mine. And but yeah, I wanted to know how to do this, and I gave the band I wanted the band to have like a dark name, so I thought Blank Flank would have been a good a good name because it kind of like brings it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, and I thought to myself if I could have made a fanfic on it, but I'm not into the whole Rule 34 thing. I didn't want to do a clop pick. I'll say that. And of course, My Little Dashie was kind of an inspiration. Not that I wanted to make a sob story, even though his was unintentional. But I already said in some of my vlog videos I was interested in the Dashie movie, but I wanted to do something for the brony side of my mind. So I wrote out the fanfic. I wanted to do something that nobody would have expected, and the fact, not just with the band, but something story-wise. So I wanted, after much deciding, I wanted to do a romantic fanfic with one of the main six characters and the band and a member of the band.
Okay.
And Thrash Trotter was one of my favorites, so I chose him as kind of like the main character, mainly because he's the only Earth pony on the thing, kind of separates him from the crowd. And I wanted to do, and as for the main six, that was a hard one to decide.
It kind of is for a lot of people.
I mean, I've seen stories on Twilight, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Fluttershy all the time. I don't want to go.
Yeah. And
as for Rarity, she's a good character, but she's kind of like, in my opinion, the leftovers of G3. the same stereotypes of girls liking fashion and such like that.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I don't see anything on Applejack, so I might as well use her. And thus I started writing the story completely out of order, which kind of got me into the whole thing. And I knew a fanfic was not going to be enough. I wanted to do something different, so I thought if I were to have done this into an audiobook series, similar to like how the Doctor Who series goes on. I wasn't a fan of of the original videos, but
the Adventures or the Doctor Who's an Assistant.
Is that like the same?
No, they're different.
The assistant.
Okay.
Not since it was like a still image there, and you could hear stuff going on in the background.
Right. Yeah.
I would have made something there. That and it would have given me a perfect opportunity to try something new with audio, as well as being able to work with people across the world.
The internet.
Exactly, and of course, I needed some help. The first guy I got to help me out here was a guy named New Guy 09100. Yeah, over 9,000. We can make that joke now.
I get it.
My friend actually pointed that out a couple of months ago.
He's like, "Hey," you're like, "I know." Now shush.
But yeah, I told him about the concept idea, and he took a little bit of time to think about it. And in the meantime, I was getting all the other actors. And so yeah, I got all the other guys: Cyber Banjo, Blixemi, Pinkamena, and of course Nitro Goblin, who, after New Guy accepted the role, recommended me to her to play Princess Celestia.
Ooh.
And I was gonna get Zach Pony to do Big Macintosh before I found Lightning here, who does the voice of Big Mac. If anybody else you didn't already know, loving the acting, by the way. And of course, along the way, we had like a lot of actresses we had to fire. Like there was acting and things. She was kind of like she was gonna do was gonna do 3 roles, but she had to be taken out because she wasn't really that much. She wasn't sending us anything, wasn't keeping into contact.
Okay.
And whenever you're doing a group project, contact is like one of the biggest things.
Yeah, it is.
And so she got replaced with Pinkamena and Miss Bunny Swan.
Oh, she's awesome. I know Miss Bunny Swan. She's awesome.
And I thought, yes, she was Rarity. She was my favorite Rarity. Not that I'm saying that our current Rarity, Ship a Unicorn, was bad. She kind of, I could feel Rarity in both of them. I don't like to single people out, but
I know what you mean. But Miss Bunny Swan, yeah, she does a very good Rarity. Yeah.
Yeah. She did the original voice of Rarity. Blixemi accepted the role really fast, and she's like one of my proudest finds because she did do Applejack's voice really well. And Cyber Banjo, I do not want to lose him. He is Thrash Trotter's voice. No questions asked. You never find anybody else.
Plus, it's just an awesome name in general. I know a guy named Cyber Banjo. Oh.
Well, Cyber Banjo, I've known him for a while. When I had the idea to consider doing a reading of On Across an Arrow, I realized he had done a bunch of voices for the male main six as well.
Oh, yeah, I saw his videos of him doing the male main 6 ponies. It's all over his channel.
Yep.
And but yeah, he also I also he did his audition for Thrash Trotter, and he sent me 2 different files, one with a deep voice, one with like a seemingly high voice. I told him to like think Shining Armor if he was Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash all in one.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he sent me the low voice, I like thought to myself if he could do the voice of Shredder, because Zach Pony turned the thing down for one of the reasons, but the main reason is I could hear it.
Okay.
And at first it was going to be temporary, but then I would stay in the role. As for Pinkamena, who does like, oh my god, she does like half the roles right now.
Huh.
Which she's really good. She's been she likes to accept the roles, and I'm really glad she's really active on that. She was originally not only is doing the voice of Whiplash, which is one of the original characters, obviously, but all these other characters that she can have fun with. And of course, Creeper Page, who did the original voice of Apple Bloom, who in chapter 1 she was Apple Bloom. She had the voice in there very well, and basically she was not in contact. We had to let her go, and thus we found Chip a Unicorn, who also was from the same state she was in,
Mm-hmm.
Creeper Page, Australia.
Australia.
Yep, she actually got our she submitted this fanfic to Equestria Daily, and they're looking at it right now as we speak. And anyway, and of course, New Guy Show got me in touch with Nitro Goblin, and Nitro Goblin and I have been pretty tight. We've been she's actually helping me out with the current project I'm working on for the Shaded Scythe Studios. Because she's been voice acting for like 3 years and is on it. Whenever I send her an email, she's always responding back. She's just amazing.
Sweet.
But yeah, I like all the other actors, how they contributed.
It's always nice liking who you've casted.
Yeah, I'm nowhere without everybody. I really am not. And the fact that I'm getting all these people to help out here is just amazing.
Yay.
When I got Equestria Talk to get in chapter 2 as our first guest stars, and now I got Sismar going into the next couple coming out. Ooh. It's just something you'll look forward to as it's completed. And of course, I'm also enjoying working with Lightning here, who has also maintained some good contact, has been really patient. I don't even want to get started with what happened in chapter 3. Be honest, you were getting impatient when you recorded those lines and had to wait like 4 weeks before it came out.
I was surprised that it took so long.
Well, like that. I did kind of like what AR said when I mentioned the Snow on Mount Silver trailer. When I posted the prologue / trailer, I did point at the end, episodes coming soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of little Karibo'd it right there. So yeah.
Yeah. As long as you didn't have to put an actual day, that's what's important. Just don't be doing that all the time.
Exactly. My main goal is to try and get at least one chapter out a month. And I'm still writing more to the fan fiction. I already released the poster for Act 2, and I'm getting more into the story as it goes on.
Nice.
Yep, it's a good experience. Really is. It's just been a great success for me.
No, the fanfic itself, how many chapters long is it?
As of now, I'm still working on concepts. The chapter is now 13 chapters long, and it's still. I mean, some people would say that it's kind of overdoing, but I just feel like there's more that can be continued into the story, because I'm kind of like blending myself in with these characters. They're just, and the whole conflict that's arising, like when I made it, I had like a whole story from start to finish. I don't want to reveal too many spoilers, but I'm like the original, the first act. I'm starting to write it out of order to get some of the stuff I want to get out of the way, and then when it continues, I just can go back and change the story a little bit. I mean, like, first of all, if you read any of the chapters on DeviantArt, you're gonna find like a shit ton of spelling mistakes because of how fast I type.
Grammar. I have the same problem.
Yeah, I mean, I have one of the guys who was one of the cast members was always pointing it out.
You misspelled this. Shut up! I know.
I know. When someone points out the spelling mistake, it's like, oh my god, what was I thinking?
You weren't was the problem.
Yeah, it depends on the thing. When it's mainly for writing, but you know, I'm still working on it. I'm a good writer. I took like a bunch of classes in writing. It's just my typing and everything like that. Yeah. You type so fast, you don't know what you're doing.
It's worse because one time I was typing an essay for English, and I was talking to my mother. She came in the room. I was talking with her, and then the word orange is mentioned somewhere in the conversation. So she goes away for a bit. I look back to my paper, and then the orange. I'm like, where the heck did I get orange from?
What were you typing?
I don't know. It was some English essay, and then there was an orange involved in the middle of the whole thing. I'm like, orange? What?
Were you like, dude? Do you like have a humidifier in front of you when you were typing?
Yes. Wait, what would a humidifier have to do with an orange?
I don't know. No, you breathe in the fumes of the humidifier. It'll make your head.
Yes.
It'll make you.
It's not humid enough in California. No, but sometimes I'll type something that I hear from someone. If I'm talking with them, I'll just type out what was said.
Yeah, I hate that. That happens all the time.
I know. I mean, I was kind of thinking that was what happened to the whole. I recently heard this recording by Mick the Mike, but I kind of like I'm sorry, Mike the Mike.
It still sounds hilarious saying, okay, so Mick the Mike. I don't know.
I kind of like Mick the Mike.
Yeah, he's now known as Mickey Mouse from now on.
If I got him up front of the rock, I'd be impressed. But yeah, one of the I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the writing deal. Yeah, basically when someone points out one mistake, you feel like you're going through your midlife crisis. Which, you know, it's going to happen. It is going to happen.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I mean, like for this chapter, when you hear somebody recording something that you wrote down, you're like, wow, I really wrote that.
Yeah. That's why it actually, when you do writing, a suggestion for people listening, if you do writing, is when you read it back to yourself out loud. That's a good habit to get into, because I've started doing that. I'm like, I realize how much more of an idiot I am in writing now.
I mean, it also goes with the characters. I mean, there was one line in chapter 3 that Nitro Goblin says that after knowing her a little bit, I'm like, oh my god, I text her a message. If I ever make you say that line again, I want you to take a plane, come down to Florida, find my house, knock on my door, wait for me to answer, punch me in the face, and then go back to your house where you came from. Write in the message box, never again.
Never again.
Exactly. But like, that's just me talking. I'm not going to tell you what the line was because it's
ridiculous.
It is. Yeah. It is literally the most ridiculous thing. She does an additional voice for a character named Honeycomb.
Okay.
And yeah. Tell you the truth, the last chapter was actually one of my favorite ones since it starred all the members of the group. I gave the name of all the people in this program. I gave them the name the Groupies.
Ah.
For the band. I thought it was a clever name.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad I'm working with all these people.
Yay, I mean, people!
It's attracting a lot of good faces.
That's very nice. So the next question, which it's weird for me asking because I know the difference here, but what is different about doing something with live acting opposed to like voice acting where they record and send to you? I know the difference. I've worked with both, but this is for other people listening.
Really, what's the difference? I want to hear your input.
My opinion?
Yeah, what's your opinion?
Difference between live acting and voice acting is live acting you can tell them like, okay, well let's redo it this way and see how that sounds. Whereas the person, you have to get the recording from them, listen to all this, and then you go tell them change this line. So they have their interpretation of how it sounds, and you already have yours. You can apply yours right away with live acting, whereas voice acting is different. But once again, you can still do live acting with voice acting in a Skype call or something like that too.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, like I have all the trust in the guys that are in the program. I have trust in all of them based on what they read. I mean, I mean, like I told them a thing to try and read the story to see what's going on. Their characters are doing in the background. Like sometimes they might be laughing, other times they might be crying. You know, it's like that.
Maybe crying.
Then again, then doing the voices of Rush and Slide on the series, I kind of know how they're to react at the same time.
Yeah. Because you know it all because you wrote it, and then it's their interpretation of it. But once again, you can still get the same kind of product as long as you get really good voice actors, because you get to know your voice actors. You know yours very well, I assume.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. And you start to understand how they work and can incorporate to what kind of characters you're looking for. So it can turn out either way. It's the end product that's resulted from this. Is what's important. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's led me to a lot of people. I'll get to that later. But yeah, compared to a live action voice acting, like you said, it said live action has more of a direct approach towards the people you're working with, and but one of the big differences for me is voice acting renders on the program faster than live acting.
It does, yes.
I mean, like, when I did the last chapter and uploaded it, it took me, like, hours before I had to go to sleep, because I also had to compress these things so they could upload faster. So I spent that whole night trying to keep myself awake with sugar cookies and Transformers Armada.
That's how you do it.
I was, like, bored one night. I didn't even know why I did it. I'm like, I wonder if there's any old animes I used to look at, and the thing came, and on this list came Transformers Armada. I'm like, why not?
Why not?
Exactly.
I started watching Zoids one time because I was bored. I'm like, I wonder how that ended. So I went to go watch the whole series again.
Zoids I never got into.
I don't know. It was weird. It's not story heavy at all, but there's still giant mechanical creatures fighting one another with guns. So I was entertained.
Yeah, but one of the big special things about this question you asked me, the current project I'm on is actually a combination of both live acting and voice acting.
Those are fun.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, like, I got a lot of people who are participating in this, and some people I know personally, other people I know through the internet. It's just amazing. I mean, like, I got all these people who are coming out to help me out. Equestria Talk is lending a hand. Nitro Goblin's one of the main cast members, and I don't want to give too much. I might tell you about it towards the end of the interview, but like it's been it's like it's good. Basically, it depends on how it's done. I mean, like, one of the voice acting has kind of been giving me one of those easier projects to work with. Like, I had this one idea where for next Halloween I would get a bunch of voice actors to do a reenactment of the famous War of the Worlds broadcast by Orson Welles. Because I felt like, since it was something that literally did terrify a nation, so yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much I got that.
Okay, very nice.
You know what's really funny?
Another convenience of voice acting.
There was a guy recently that took the War of the Worlds podcast and ponified it, and did it, and kind of did the entire thing.
He changed the aliens to Discord, didn't he?
No.
I would have expected that.
I think he just kept them aliens.
Were they ponified aliens?
I don't know.
Did they have hooves?
Do you remember what the title of this thing was? I need to write this down.
Yeah, definitely go and check it out if you're interested. It's called An Equestrian Invasion, and the guy that did it goes by the name Voces Suenos.
I'll just look up Equestrian Invasion.
Yeah.
Good enough.
And it's pretty interesting if you're...
Hey, a Spanish dictionary. Sorry. I opened my closet door because I knew there was something here I could rest my legs on with my chair, and there's a Spanish dictionary in this. This is my old filmmaking bag I got from college.
Oh, really?
There's a book in here. I think this is the Bible of filmmaking or whatever it was. Anyways.
Yeah, that's a pretty good difference between voice acting and I feel like voice acting, you can kind of meet people around the world. I mean, like, when I met Nitro Goblin, she's part of this other series where she voices a Game Boy named Koji. It's on a series called Retrology, and she asked me if I want. I think she told the guy who owns it, Hey Suezu, I think it is.
Hey Suezu.
Who and I was doing some collaboration with him, and I asked him if he need any help. We're collaborating on making me play a role in it, as the antagonist. Because I got to be honest with you, when it came to school, if you ever been on my Facebook, I don't know if you ever saw a real picture of me on Facebook Lightning, but if you can see how I think the main reason why they keep choosing me for these roles is because of my hair, which is freakishly long, and every single
I know people with long hair.
single example at school, whenever we want to practice on a scene, I'm always playing the serial killer. It's like weird.
It's the hair, I tell you. I'm not actually a serial killer.
I don't even know. I mean, like that's why people keep saying. I think it's the hair. Hair is one of the reasons why I said I would make a good Jeff the Killer.
Jeff the Killer, is that his name?
You know the character, right? Jeff the Killer.
That's the creepypasta.
Yeah, that's like one of the main images of creepypasta that you're not allowed, that according to the wiki you're not allowed to write about anymore.
All right then.
Yeah, so basically it for both things, live action and voice action. I feel like it's a good. Each one has the same difficulty. Just depends on how you work with people, but it depends on on who you'll meet, really.
Yeah. And that actually ties in with the next question, which is like challenges that are presented when working with voice actors that don't live in your area. Because you're talking about meeting them all over the world, and I know that experience because I've met a lot of people over the world through Skype. It's a very fun experience getting to know all those kinds of people.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was on the Talking to Strangers site, I actually got the Skype of Sismar, who has a brother who works in the music industry and works with Deadmau5. I don't want to give too many names, but but yeah, I've been tight with him, who apparently used to live where I used to live in Philadelphia. Ooh. And but yeah, there is it's not that hard. I mean, like when it came to voice actors, all I just literally did was well, Lightning, you can agree on this. All I just did was just send them an email offering them for the part, and then as soon as they offer, you just connect with them.
Right.
Yep.
But
I get that.
But pretty much for this project I'm currently on, I do have a couple of friends from my school that are doing voices. Voices, one of which is doing 2 voices as the antagonist / protagonist for one of these sketches.
Interesting.
So yeah, pretty much I don't see much of a difference really. It's so long as you're communicating with them, it's just what matters most.
What's out of curiosity for me personally, like what's some of the most abstract countries that you've met people from? Like abstract is just weird in general. You'd never expect to meet someone from there.
Well, outside of voice acting, you guys know what Gaia Online was, right? No. It's like an online role playing site where you make an avatar and then you just talk to other people around the world. I remember there was this girl that was from Kuwait. I could tell.
Oh wow!
I could tell she was telling the truth because of how choppy her English was. And apparently she just appeared after like the last time I met her. But I think she was like flirting with me or something. I couldn't really tell, but
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was, but I would kind of consider that abstract. I mean, like one of the actors I'm working with now on Farming the Rockers from Australia. Conveniently,
Australia.
Two actually, both as I said before, conveniently do the voice of Apple Bloom.
Ah.
And but other abstract countries, it's hard to just.
I met someone from New Zealand.
Oh really?
Over Minecraft of all things.
I mean, like I like talking to British people. I'll say that. I think awesome. The accent is beautiful, but
They're just weird in general too, but their accent's cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider them weird. I mean, like
I consider them weird. Then again, I consider most people weird.
Well, I guess you can kind of consider that. I mean, look what happened to the Beatles, Black Sabbath, Rolling.
Yeah.
One Direction.
One Direction. I don't even consider them.
I don't even know. When I saw them in the action figures, I knew they had to be.
They have action figures.
Yep,
action figures.
I'm so gonna go buy those and then burn them at a stake.
If you look at one of my videos where I buy my first pony figurine, I go through a Walmart which conveniently had no My Little Pony gear. I passed through this little action figure of one of the guys from One Direction, and I barely even knew who they were because I was always on the internet. My response is seriously.
They have one of Justin Bieber too.
We know.
Either way, I'm just gonna get them all in one area and then burn them for fun. Probably.
Yeah, you barely hear anybody talking about Bieber anymore. Honestly, I mean, like I wasn't a fan of him. But I did find him inspiring at one point because of how he was discovered. But other than that, I mean, like,
it's just overhyped now.
I mean, like, I know a whole lot of stuff about Justin Bieber based on this experience from my stepmom. My stepmom works at the Disney parks, and she saw him backstage, and pretty much that's self-explanatory.
Oh, lovely.
Well, she wasn't talking to him in general.
See, it's different when you actually, because behind their back, she just make fun of them and everything, but then when you actually meet them, you're like, oh my gosh, I actually met them!
I mean, like, I was at one of the Disney water parks, and my sister was there because she wanted to see Miley Cyrus. I mean, like, hey, I'm not a fan, I just want to see what this woman looks like at least once. So I looked at the stage and like, okay, the lines are short on the big stuff, I'm gone. But yeah, pretty much I know what you're getting at really.
Yeah. So let's see. Do you plan on attending any conventions this year?
Like what? In and out?
Police officers, lightning! They're after you! Run, lightning, run!
It's not coming from here.
No, it's coming from mine.
Sure.
From mine. You're probably gonna hear a bunch of dogs howling in the background.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's no cops in North Dakota, and they don't even step out of the cars because it's too cold.
It's not that.
Anyway, like as for conventions, like other than the Brony conventions, I didn't have any plans of stopping by, but I was gonna go to MegaCon this year in Florida.
Where's that at?
It's like the Floridian Comic-Con, you'd say.
Oh, okay.
But I couldn't because I was working on it as a PA in my final project production. And me and a bunch of the other PAs who were also looking forward to it are just, we're all on our cell phones, like looking at the pictures on like the radio networks of all the photos that are being posted. And it the one thing that I mean, I was okay with it, except I was going to go there and get an autograph from John Delancey.
Oh, but fancy.
I mean, like and I wanted to tell him that he was recently interviewed on Equestria Talk, same one I was interviewed on, and I just wanted to tell him that, see how he reacted.
Hey, I was interviewed too. Oh, really? Yeah.
On the same network, it's like amazing. I mean,
sweet.
But then again, if I were to have asked him for an autograph, it would cost me like, I don't know, $30-40. I don't know.
I don't know. Sometimes if you just talk with them, have lunch with them, they might give it to you for free or something.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, to be honest, one of my personal goals in life is to have a panel at a convention, based on my vid work with the help of others. I mean, like, I got that dream of becoming an internet filmmaker through Little Karibo and Nostalgia Critic. But
nice.
I mean, like, I recently got into him just like a couple of months ago, and thank God I started getting into it again after he made his big epic comeback. But like, if I did, I really would like to go to BronyCon. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had enough money and the time, I would definitely want to go because I want to see how big this hype is. I mean, like, after seeing how big it was last year with Howard Stern doing that clopping interview thing, and as well as Kevin Nolte going. If you don't know who he is, he's a YouTuber famous on the internet. He's kind of like in the same age point. He's kind of like the same YouTube age as Shane Dawson. Pretty much was recognized, but now it's kind of like, nah, who is that guy? Kind of. But yeah. As for conventions, I'm kind of go wherever's in the area. I mean, like, the nearest My Little Pony convention around here is in Miami, the Grand Brony Gala.
The Grand Brony Gala. Who's texting me? Oh, my dad. Want me to tell him to say hi?
Hey.
He left the beer in the freezer. He wants me to go take it out before it explodes. Should I go do that right now?
Go for it. I'll just entertain lightning for a little bit.
Good luck with that. He's not easily entertained.
Yeah, might as well. Well, since I'm here, I might as well go check and see how YouTube's prank is doing.
Well, you can probably keep going with the interview. I left the recorder still on.
Yeah.
So. It's a fancy recorder.
I wanted to ask you if there was any projects that we haven't covered yet that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, there is one. You best brace yourself right now because this is actually the first time I'm announcing this public.
Okay.
Oh my! With a side note, I actually just logged on to that YouTube thing. One of the hosts left. But anyway, as for this is the first time I'm making this announcement. As I said before in the beginning, the Shaded Scythe Studios is reaching its 5-year anniversary, and I wanted to do something huge. I wanted to do something I'd never done before with everything I learned. I posted the group on Facebook. I made a group on Facebook for this project. It's not a movie, it's a series of movies. It's called the 5 Video Barrage. Actually, I'm sorry, 5-year vid barrage. The name is still like stumping me. What I'm going to be doing, hopefully this May, aiming towards May 11th, especially since I put it on the poster already. Already didn't learn from Mount Silver there. And what I'm trying to do is do 5 different videos and release one a day per week. 5 main videos, including an opening and a closing video. Each one with a different category: a short film, a parody, a meme, a skit, and a music video.
Fancy.
Yep, I mean, like, I'm trying to do this epic version of the Harlem Shake. I mean, like, I've been...
Oh, no, not that, no!
Hey, no, wait, stop. I said epic version of the Harlem Shake, and if you would know me, you don't know how epic I can be. Like,
no.
I was on that... You know how epic I can be? I went...
No.
Whenever I go on that chat website, Omegle, I know I keep probably getting the name wrong, but but I always like to go on there wearing a different costume. Like a couple of nights ago, I was Buzz Lightyear with an M16.
Buzz Lightyear
with an M16. I was like,
with an M16.
I went to all Disney people. I'm like sitting there with this airsoft gun that looks like that I used to cosplay as Ellis from Last Megagon. Left 4 Dead, and I'm over there. I'm like, hi, I'm Buzz Lightyear with an M16. How are you? Since you meet me the first time, I'll let you ask me one question. and
your answer was always Buzz Lightyear Star Command with an M16.
Yep, I mean, like, I like to... They always ask me something, and I always try to include my name in there. Why? Because I'm fucking Buzz Lightyear with an M16. But, yeah, sometimes I get, like, this silhouette costume. Like, you know what a morph suit is, right? Like, it's like a full-body latex suit.
Yeah.
I have a black one, and I collect the figures, and one of which is the vinyl Derpy doll. So I used to go on this website and shut off all the lights with this costume on and just hold Derpy there to make it look like it's just floating there. And of course,
sweet.
Yep, I do all kinds of stuff. Like, other than that, recently I dressed up as Jack Skellington on there. Much one of the most greatest.
I finally saw that movie for the first time this year. I'd never seen it before.
Are you absolutely serious?
Yeah. I've never seen it before.
What were you doing when you watched it? Was it, like, on conveniently, or was it...
No, enough people would bug me to the fact that, why haven't you seen this movie? What is wrong with you? Well, first off, I'm me. Second off, I just haven't. That's about it.
You had the video already?
Netflix has it, so.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I've seen a lot. I haven't seen a lot of famous movies. I mean, like, I haven't seen Citizen Kane.
I haven't seen either, if it helps.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
When did you come back?
Oh, we're awesome! Yay!
Yay! That, and I didn't see Forrest Gump for the first time.
I haven't seen it yet.
That
either.
And my last Netflix video, which I had to return. I recently got one for The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, that's a good one.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, my last...
Although I will have to say my favorite mouse movie of all time is still The Great Mouse Detective.
It's The Great Mouse Detective. And Vincent Price in that movie is...
That was brilliant. It's so underrated, though.
I know. I mean, like, I remember one movie that nobody remembers is one called The Wild.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that.
Nobody remembers that because it was taken over by Madagascar. I saw it in theaters, but it was a lot better than I expected. I can't really remember much of it, but it does have its moments.
I like Madagascar.
I mean, the last movie I got on Netflix was something that said that was supposedly the Citizen Kane of bad movies.
Huh.
If you know what I'm talking about, feel free to shout out the movie name. Basically, I kept telling this to my dad. I saw it on the Nostalgia Critic. He said that you have to see it to know how bad it is.
There are a lot of movies.
And apparently,
like
after hearing the voice of Tommy Wiseau, pretty much explains what movie it is. You have no idea.
Lovely.
You guys have no idea what movie it is, do you?
No.
The Room.
Oh God.
Okay, I've heard about that.
The Room.
Oh.
Have you seen Open Water?
Dear Lord.
Is it a horror movie with sharks?
Yes, it's terrible.
You want to know?
They made it for like $30,000. It is the worst movie ever. They made over $1 million though.
Yeah, except for The Room.
The Room reached a new level of being hated. It
was physically painful to watch.
It's hated so much that it's liked. That's my opinion. But there is one movie that I know that's coming out that's going to be a disaster, but I need to see it to believe.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2?
No, why would you suggest that, man? I mean,
I don't know.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs was a great movie. I thought
it was. I was surprised. I saw the trailer for it. Like that was stupid.
That was a 3D masterpiece. I mean, like
it was. I saw the trailer. I thought it looked stupid. We went and watched it at home, and we were like, "This is hilarious."
Yeah, I mean, like same goes for Megamind and Despicable Me. But anyway,
I'm actually looking forward to Despicable Me too.
I'm seemingly looking forward to it.
I'm indifferent. I look forward to Monster University though.
Wait, it was on election day, and I was tuned onto my radio, and they saying they're tired of hearing the elections, so they want to get to talk about something else not having to do with it. So they look up something on Google, and apparently is this. I keep bringing this up in all my interviews. Is this title for this movie called Sharknado?
Oh dear Lord!
You've heard of it?
Yes.
Sharknado.
That just sounds awful.
As soon as I brought it up to a question talker, they're like, "Wait, isn't that a sci-fi movie or something?" Like you see on the Sci-Fi Channel. I'm like, I would hope so. I mean, like, have you seen the poster for it?
Not yet.
It literally looks like a Photoshop Jaws in a tornado. I swear to God, if you look at the other sharks, you can kind of see the ones from Finding Nemo. I couldn't tell.
Well, okay, there are some movies that are. The premise behind them are completely ridiculous. One movie that I saw that was actually fairly good, I was surprised at how entertaining it was a it was a tire that would roll around and has psychic powers.
What the hell?
I know, and it would like shake and like blow things up.
Dude, were you like having some sort of weird drunk dream or something?
He was drunk last night.
Seriously, you can find this movie on Netflix. It's called Rubber.
Rubber. I'm writing that down. I need to see this to believe.
Take a look at it. It is the most ridiculous thing ever, but it's actually fairly entertaining. Now, on the other hand, I've seen another movie that was probably.
Twister?
One of the tornadoes chase you? Twister was a good movie. You can say whatever you want. Twister I thought was great.
One of the worst movies I think I've ever seen, besides The Room, was a movie called Birdemic.
Birdemic. My friend showed me the trailer for Birdemic. I'm like, nope, that's all I need to see.
Birdemic is a movie about...
Just the name of it!
It's about a swarm of birds that invade this town that will fly into you and explode on impact.
Wow, it's like Michael Bay directing Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Pretty much.
How do people get the abilities to make these stupid movies?
And I heard there's a Birdemic 2 coming out.
Now I want to get started on Troll and Troll 2. But it depends on... Well, it depends... One theory about the Hollywood industry today is that they're running out of ideas.
Yeah.
That's true. I
mean, the worst movie that I believe that I've seen in my life... I'm going to just include this thing on the worst movies here. The worst movie I ever saw in my whole life that I feel deserves to burn in the pits of hell is Charlie St. Cloud.
I have not seen that yet. I've heard it's terrible. I've heard of it. I've heard it's terrible. I haven't seen it yet.
Here's my experience when I saw Charlie St. Cloud. I wanted to see Inception. My sister wanted to see Charlie St. Cloud. My mom tells me to stop whining and we'll go, which I wasn't doing, and we'll go see what my sister wants to do. We go through the movie. At the end of the movie, we all go to the car silent. All of us are pissed off, and my sister's in the backseat apologizing.
I'm so sorry!
Exactly.
That was a bit of a quote from my stupid improv series. Anyways.
And so, yeah, I mean, other than that, they have... Hollywood's been able to put out some good movies. I loved Hugo, I'll say that. Hugo was,
Hugo was very well done. I was surprised. I thought it'd be my sister. I'm like, hey, what's this about? Because we just started. I'm like, I thought you seen it. She's like, no. I'm like, okay, what's it about? Because I thought she may have heard about it or something like that. She's like, some boy in magic.
Well, that's the thing.
It wasn't at all.
Well, that's the thing. My dad told me
really
when I thought of... I didn't see it in theaters, but my dad gave me the DVD. He's like, the best thing about this movie, it's not even about Hugo. Go.
Yeah, it isn't. And you're shocked. Because looking at it, I don't know. It gives you a different impression when you look at the trailers and everything than when you actually watch it.
The guy in there, George Méliès, the master of filmmaking, influence to everybody, is seeing his works back then of bring the dreams to reality it's just a huge thing.
Yeah, it was very well done.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was amazing. I mean, like, then there was The Artist that came out last year. I saw that. Did you see?
I haven't seen that yet.
The Artist is amazing. I mean, I'll admit the one complaint I have about it is I saw Singing in the Rain at the same time. But in the end, it kind of did bring out a subject nobody has covered. And that's the fact of how talking pictures caused a lot of people to lose jobs. But
makes sense.
No, but I'm still getting into what's out there already. I mean, I'm seeing the Jurassic Park 3D movie this Friday.
Jurassic Park was a great trilogy. I still loved it, but 3D, I'm like, that's a bit too much. Why is everything coming to 3D now?
And now they had a trilogy, and now they're going to make a fourth one. I'm not sure how that's going to work out.
They're making interestingly enough, they're making Thomas and Friends World War II movie in 2014.
What?
Yes, a World War II movie with Thomas and Friends.
Oh yeah, because like the one with Alec Baldwin went really well.
He's a good actor, regardless. No, it didn't. They had Peter Fonda in it, but it was the script itself. They could have done so much better with this. They had a full-on orchestra too.
Peter Fonda. You mean the guy that was doing and to quote the Nostalgia Critic, it's Thomas the fucking Tank Engine acting.
Yes. To quote that. But anyways, they had a full-on orchestra for that. I love the musical score for that movie. But anyways, yeah, they're coming with that 2014 World War II Thomas and Friends movie. They're mixing it with live action and CGI. I'm like, you don't mix live action and CGI.
Well, except for some stuff. I mean, like there was Pee-wee's Grand Adventure.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh God.
There's only one. No, I actually thought. Did you guys see that movie?
No.
I'm gonna be.
Either way, I know the concept of it, though.
Listen to this. I thought the same thing too, but believe it or not, the movie is. I'm not shitting you. Is actually hilarious. It is nothing like you think it is. If you did see it as a little kid, there's gonna be one scene you're going to remember when it comes up that scared the living shit out of you. But that was pretty much it.
Yeah. That was a big rant about movies.
Huh?
That was a big old sidetrack of movies.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about before.
We were talking about your 5-year anniversary.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, we were talking about your plans for the future. Then we went on movies.
Anyway, as I was telling him that my next project is something called the 5-year Vid Barrage, which is a project that I'm doing to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of the Shaded Scythe Studios. It's going to feature it's premiering on what I hope will be this May. And again, this is the first time I'm announcing this on public. Second to the Facebook group. It's going to feature 7 videos total. And this counts an opening and a closing video. It's going to have 1 video released a week. And the best part about this thing is it's going to be combining people. It's going to feature everybody around the world, and there are going to be like 5 videos total, each with a different category. Like there'll be a short film, a parody, a meme, another short film type thing, and a music video. I mean, like right now I'm finishing up with the parody. I'm going to be posting stuff on the short film. I got like a group on Facebook of lots of people who want to participate. And it's becoming a huge milestone of getting people involved in this project, which was the original intent of the Shaded Scythe Studios to begin with.
Woo!
Yep. It's going to be coming out this May,
nice.
and I'm really looking forward to it.
Nice.
Yep.
So, any final thoughts or shout-outs or anything before we end this off? Because, it's been an hour and almost 40 minutes.
I get a lot to talk to you. I'd like to make a shout-out to Air, Water, and Food for keeping me alive.
Air, Water, and Food. I thought you were going to start listing the Fire Nation as well in there. But anyways. Which comes out this month, Legend of Korra, the next series. Season of it.
Keep up with that thing. I mean, like, I've been focusing too much on Once Upon a Time.
Gravity Falls is also good.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff about it.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of, really. Really.
Okay.
Also, Lightning.
Shout out to Air, Water, and Food. That's brilliant.
Yep. Also, Lightning, thanks for your contributions to the Farmer and the Rocker. We appreciate your voice is big.
I've done
And
nothing.
I'm looking forward to continuing.
Oh, that'll be better. It's gonna get good.
I'm looking forward to doing nothing again.
Don't worry.
No, I do a lot.
The next 2 chapters are gonna be out. I mean, like, I got some recordings. Don't worry.
Fancy. Alrighty. I think that about does it.
Cool.
That will wrap up our interview for this week.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right, that was our interview with Evan Bernardi.
He doesn't eat Rice Krispie treats. Well, we didn't ask him.
No.
I'm gonna ask him later.
You can ask him later.
I will.
All right. So, we'll move on to the news portion of the podcast, and actually,
you can get free plush horns and ears with purchase at We Love Fine. And then there's ultra lasting and longest lasting kitty litter for sale as an advertisement. Save $2.
Where are you seeing this? I don't see any of this. Oh wait, over on the side.
Yeah, advertisements.
Don't look at the advertisements.
But there's a kitty in the advertisements.
My advertisement says, "Should gay marriage be legal?"
No.
But that's what mine says.
Well, yours is stupid. Mine has a cat. It's better. And there's ponies underneath it. And there's a cat in it still. And it has ears. My big toe is bruised and it hurts a lot. Anyways.
Here, do me a favor.
What?
The vinyl and tabby animation.
Going down.
Go ahead and check that out.
Why?
Because I don't know what it is, and I want to see it.
I think it's something simple. Where the crap? Oh, click the images. Okay. Click. My computer's slow because it's stupid. Sorry, people. I can't really teach it much else. I mean, I've taught it all I know, which is like bugging. Oh, crap. Not bugging out. No, just bugging people in general. Though it likes to bug out instead of bug people. So.
Took 4 days to finish. Looks like 2 to 4 hours a day, so about 12 hours.
For what?
For this video.
Okay. Is it 12 hours long?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Then again, I need to get to sleep. I have to be up early. Okay. Playa del Mar. All the stars. And the stars are out tonight. And the sun has settled down. There's a rocket hit the glass. There's a light and here comes some phony. What the heck? FaceTime. And then she died. The end. My little pony. I used to wonder what your friendship. I said Shelby, but friendship could be my little sleeping. I'm gonna go to bed over here. Big adventure, lots of sleep. I'm really tired and I'll fall off this chair, hit the ground and scream aloud. I hurt my toe 'cause my dog is dumb. The end. Right. Home.
Anyway, so
I'm not entertaining tonight at all. Anyways,
there's stuff.
that was a weird game thingy. We got. Oh, well, yeah. That's actually a thing we should have announced. There's a brand new game, Minute versus Tardiness. There's no TARDIS involved, but I assume that it's a time-related kind of game. Anyway, that'll probably be played on Muffin Productions at some point. Go check them out.
Yes.
There's a derpy animation here. Is that Rainbow?
I was looking at the nightly roundup. In the midday roundup.
Oh, yeah, you didn't see that? Oh my gosh, it's an adorable select. Oh, there's a cake. The cake's even a plush. Gonna go look at those.
Wait, what?
I'm looking at the plushies. Celestia has a cake and a pedestal.
Of course.
Well, yeah, and then there's Luna.
So, okay, did you see any of the Japanese episode?
I saw the opening. I don't understand how they can add a whole minute onto an opening of a 22-minute show.
Yeah, I saw the opening as well.
That is an amazing Luna plush. Can I have $1,000 to get it?
What do you mean it's $1,000?
Because I'd assuredly win it. There's only one other bid that I've seen gone over $1,000, and that was for a Twilight Sparkle plush. It was $1,025.
It's
Was
ridiculous.
the bid.
I can get a Twilight Sparkle plush for $50.
Oh, there's a Snowdrop plush. It's adorable.
Of course.
Steve Magna
It's
plush.
Snowdrop. Of course it's adorable.
There's a Derpy one. It's adorable. It's a Fluttershy. It's adorable. Rainbow Dash. Next to, is that a computer? Or is that... It kind of looks like one of those old thingies where it was like you put the black paper over the lights and you put the little pins in them. You remember that?
I think so.
Yeah, it was like a little plastic thingy. It's like a little television screen, but it was just a light bulb inside, and then you put a black piece of paper on it, and then you get your little pins that are see-through, and you put those in there and make shapes.
A light bright.
Yeah, those things. I had one. That's what that reminds me of.
I had
Flim
one.
Fam Brothers. That's an amazing vinyl scratch. Like, totally. Twilight Spickle.
Twilight Spickle.
Twilight Spickle, which she's missing her main coloration here. And no wings.
Twilight Spickle.
There's the Doctor.
I wonder. Okay, here's the thing that I'm wondering. Is Twilight Sparkle?
Oh, that's adorable!
Twilight Sparkle plushies gonna be made with wings now?
Yes.
Or are they just gonna make?
Look at this guy message. This is adorable. Open link in new tab. I need to send that to people. Okay. That's an adorable Rainbow Dash plush. Twilight Spickle with wings.
Twilight Spickle.
Twilight Spickle. Okay, that's it for the plushies. Yes, you finally saw plushies in this podcast. That's actually a first, because normally he doesn't like pictures, and he's just like, you can record your screen with a video capture. I'm like,
Hold on a second. I have pictures in my video every single time. They're usually from the draw friends. They're usually the draw friends, though. But
but the quality could be improved.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, but they're a bit blurry here and there.
Not really.
Yeah, they are.
I try to get the bigger ones. Anyway, show them this animation, the Once Upon a Time in Canada, because that one.
But there's stories. Death of a sales pony. Dearth of a sales pony.
Dearth of a sales pony.
Yeah. All right. Where's that stinking animation of wonders? There's lots of numbers, which I kind of want to go read, because I like numbers in my own weird way. The life and fun adventures of an orphan chicken. Not this theme.
But yeah.
I'm watching this.
Something the matter?
What video are you watching?
Rainbow Dash's Daffy Duck.
No sleeping in the tree. This is positively the last time I'm going to be warning you. If I see you around here once more, I'm going to run you in. And now beat it.
What did you find?
I found the life of fun adventures of an orphan chicken.
Oh, that one.
4 years. No place to sleep. All I need now is for it to start snowing. I had to open my big beak. Now what am I gonna do?
Okay, yeah, it was okay. So basically, that was a simple animation stolen from Looney Tunes. Well, not the animation; it wasn't. It was all original. Derpy was Porky Pig, and then you had Scootaloo as Daffy Duck, and Daffy Duck trying to sleep place. I remember that episode a long time ago. Anyway, enjoyable. You didn't see it because you're weird. Okay, well, where was the other? What were you talking about now? There was something else you wanted me to show?
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Canada.
Where's that? Oh, that's like down here somewhere. comics, draw friend stuff, stories, older posts. Okay, let's see. Scrolling down, there it is. Once upon a time in New York City, it's a big old bad old tough old town, it's true.
I thought this was really cool. I mean, because Octavia, you don't think of Octavia as this kind of pony, but
yes, actually, this is the kind of pony I am. That's right. Take forever to load this equestrian dolly. It's a Dalek now.
Dolly.
Equestrian dolly. Oh, you're so laggy. I'm gonna eat you. Okay, I'm gonna go watch this on the YouTube page. It'll be bigger and better and brighter, I guess. 720p.
Speaking of videos.
But I'm gonna watch this one for them.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
No, it's not.
I got another one for you to watch afterwards, though.
Cool. Shush.
Because it was amazing.
Yes. Now play my video. Play. Or not. Yeah. Okay. I don't make this full screen because it's probably lag out.
Yes, I don't make it full screen.
If it's groove you're looking for, then you've come to the right place. Octavia, can't you see? Classical's not the top for me. Now don't you look the other way, because this music's here to stay. Now wipe that grin right off your face. All the gone when you step into this place. So put down that shovel and go grab the bass. Cause we're swinging here tonight. This ain't no fancy music place. You just gotta let it go from everything that tells you no. Even if this is not your type of show. Your type of show.
The end. My Little Pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My Little Pony. Octavia kicked some butt. Right. Anyways, once again, I have to say, actually, Lighting, this is a bit unorganized. So let's go back to some organization here. I know they can see the fancy screen now and stuff like that, but, well, maybe. I don't know how it'll work out in editing. But anyways, we're a bit disorganized.
What do you mean?
Normally, you have a whole layout of what we had talked about kind of thing. This is just going around, hey, look at this, look at this. Hey, look, plushies. Again, sort of thing. I mean, yeah, and stuff like that. The midday roundup, and then that's an adorable Twilight Spickle. You got the Japanese pony stuff that came out, and the Earth of the Failed Pony. And my bed's right over there. Hello, bed. How are you? Right. I believe you have some things to say before we run away, right? You have things to say? Well, actually, there's more stuff to cover.
Yeah, run away. I don't know what you're talking about. We have at least another 5 days to cover.
5? Yeah. But nothing much happened. I mean, there was Double Rainbow, but we also had Blind, and you were drunk.
There was a shit ton of stuff that came out for April Fool's Day. I don't know. I mean, we were talking about this earlier. The episode list that they brought out as kind of a joke.
It was
some
no
of them
joke.
Actually sound.
Everything was 100% real there.
Yeah, of course. That's why it says April Fool's at the end.
Well, it says MA April Fools.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it's the same. They did this last year. It's all bullshit. But it's still fun to take a look at it, though.
Yeah. Should we go over those then?
Yeah. Like, for example, they've got the first 2 episodes are called Winging It. I'm not sure
Which
what that.
no, it'd be about Twilight.
Well, obviously, we already know that the season premiere is going to be
Actually, it's
about
gonna be
Twilight.
about Applejack and Pinkie Pie.
Right, of course.
They got wings.
Of course.
Buffalo wings. Anyways,
So,
now you see them. Obviously, the CMC are gonna go start a naval combat kind of series
I
thing
want
going
sea
on. It's gonna be
ponies.
I don't.
I want
No, it's
sea
gonna be
ponies.
it's gonna be a naval combat episode. Obviously,
Sea
it's gonna be
ponies.
similar style to Battleship, and the CMC are gonna go onto the Ocean Blue and sail to 1942, and then they're gonna go kill stuff.
Sea ponies.
No, that's just a stupid idea. Episode 4: Meet Princess Skila.
No, I don't want to meet Princess Skyla.
You don't want to meet Princess Skila?
No,
Skila's
it's
such
a
a bad
horrible idea.
Episode 5: The student becomes a teacher. The return of Sunset
I
Shimmer.
want to no.
Episode 6: Lunatic. It's about politics and Luna.
Right, if you say so.
I do say so. Episode 7 is actually part of episode 14 and 19, being episodes. It's basically a mini arc series about Pinkie Pie becoming the princess of Pie. Episode 7 is Pinkie Apple Pie. Pie in the Sky is episode 14, and episode 19 is Mod Pie.
Right.
Don't You Dare is episode 8. Rainbow Dash threatens to leave, daring to do fandom when they turn her hero into an Earth Pony. That sounds kind of familiar.
It's a horrible idea.
Well, it sounds like turning Princess Twilight into Princess Twilight.
No way. That's
Yes.
definitely not what they were getting at right there.
Not at all.
That's not the joke at all.
They have a musical episode entitled "It Ain't Easy Being Cheesy," and it probably goes to some kind of right. So you have snapping. It ain't easy being cheesy.
Bieber will be there.
What now?
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I like the way I sang it though. Episode 8, which by the way, they repeated episode 8.
Yes, they did.
See, I'm tired, and I noticed that. 10. Oops, Rarity is the star of a play, but is replaced by AJ. Twi forgets to tell her pony. RY is the star.
Who the
Rarity.
fuck is RY?
Rarity is the star. Ponies are pissed.
Of course they are. Because you don't
Episode
call
11.
Rarity RY.
Episode 11 sounds amazing. Bats, just like the musical Cats, but, bats and ponies. But mostly bats.
I've never seen the musical Cats.
You're such a loser.
Did you?
I don't know. Yeah?
Okay.
Anyways, they're good singers, and the choreography was interesting, and the costumes were weird.
The
Moving
return of Harmony.
Yes, Discord is back again. He's got the new personality. It's kind of meh. Stupid writers.
Yep.
They forgot a period. Episode 13, wrap it up. Every loose end is tied up. Hilarity ensues when the ponies realize there are 13 more episodes left.
Of course, Pinkie would bring that up.
Yeah. Episode 15, Who Are You? David Tennant guest stars as a random nameless background pony no one has ever noticed before.
Right, of course.
Episode 16 does not exist. Episode 17.
Episode 16 does not exist.
Episode 17, just forget it. Just forget it. I'm so ticked off that I'm molting. Anyways, quoting Aladdin. The CMCs try literally everything they can think of to get their cutie marks. They don't. The end. My Little Pony.
Sounds like an awesome episode.
It is an awesome episode. Episode 18, Death Comes to Ponaville. Didn't bother to read it though. I was super busy all week. I'm sure it'll be fine. Episode 20. For Whom the Sweetie Belle Tolls. Because literally.
Sweetie Belle wrong.
No, yeah, it's actually a bell. Because literally, and makes it sound smart and stuff. And dude, is anybody else hungry?
Taco Bell? What?
Oh, actually, I gotta read that like a surfer accent. And dude, is anybody else hungry? But it ain't easy being Wheezy, a hilarious parody of the Jeffersons. Look, they can't all be gold people.
Right. The Jeffersons. I never saw that show either.
I think he's referring to the Jetsons.
No.
Clearly.
No.
422, best pony. No new pony comes to town and she's cool and likes craft beer and Legos and has a typewriter cutie mark.
Okay, I want to know who they're referencing there.
Me.
No.
Oh, yeah, I don't drink, you're right. I play Legos though.
Yeah, but I mean, who has a typewriter cutie mark though?
I actually was using a typewriter the other day.
It doesn't matter. You don't have a typewriter cutie mark. Is it Megan McCarthy? I think it's Megan McCarthy.
She drinks craft beer?
Apparently.
That's terrible. It's like Kraft mac and cheese.
Not really.
Yes, it is. It's made by the same company. They're like, oh, we're making mac and cheese for kids. Why not make beer? Everyone likes beer. All right, boss. Whatever you say. Yeah, I'll make some beer. Episode 23. Spike and Rarity sit in the tree. Nothing happens. That would just make things weird between them. Plus, his ex is totally psycho.
Who is his ex?
Sweetie Belle.
Okay.
Episode 24. Let the games begin. Shiny Armor Cadence join the professional white throwing circuit. Destroy the competition.
It's because they're awesome.
I'm awesome. Episode 25 and 26. Princess Discord. The two-parter in which Discord comes to Draconequus and replaces Celestia as she always intended.
No. Draconic Qualicorn.
I don't care. Trixie's not in the list. That's all that matters.
She's not.
Yes. And there's a bunch of little Twitter notes here. My eyes are freaking out right now.
I like this one. So in episode 407, Oprah guest stars as a pony who tells everyone to look under their seats to find their new wings. You get wings! You get wings! Everybody gets wings!
All of the wings! Righto. Going back to the home page. Yes, I said home page. Righto. Now, if we scroll down, there's a game, there's some music that came out that you guys can listen to eventually. You can all go to Question Daily yourself, too. I mean, like, we don't have to read all of this to you. You guys can just go and read it yourself, but thank the Lord you're lazy. Otherwise, we wouldn't have anything to do on late nights when I haven't gotten sleep. Right?
Luna reviewed Bioshock Infinite.
Fancy. Is that made by the people who do the whatchamacallit?
No. Because it's not a video.
Oh, that's stupid.
It's just a bunch of posts and pictures.
Let's see. Build-A-Bear has pony plushes. April Fool's wrap-up.
They don't look that good.
Question Daily monitors everything. There's Lyra and the ponies and the Japanese opening sequences, which I watched.
Have you seen that Lyra video? Because that was kind of interesting, actually.
No, it was no, I haven't.
Interesting.
I watched it at some other points. And Mad Skit with Rainbow Dash in it. Interesting.
I actually saw that. That was pretty good.
But cartoons today aren't that cool.
Yeah, except for this one was interesting because they go to. Never mind. It was.
Oh, there's bits for sale. I wanted to go buy one.
How much are they?
$20.
$20 for one bit?
Honestly, I think you can go to an actual convention and use a bit to buy something from someone. Someone will trade a bit for something they have in exchange because it's worth $20. They will exchange a bit for something.
Okay.
I bet you they will. I'm going to get one. I'm like, I'll give you a bit for that. And I'll hold it up. They're like, oh, yeah, okay. Or you can buy the 5-bit coin, which I'll probably go and do. I should really go and buy one. Anyways, yeah, so go out, buy bits so you can exchange them with other fellow bronies. Because honestly, I believe they will actually take some bits, some of them. Anyways, so we got some stuff over here about Cloudsdale. I lived there once. It is an awful place. The Weather Factory worked to clean up a rainbow spill they had, which, by the way, rainbow constantly spills from the side of it. A lot of people don't understand that. But they're finally going to clean up that mess that's been accumulating over the past few hundred years. You see, there's this one section underneath Cloudsdale that is just a rainbow field. And it's actually dying now because they've overwatered it, so it's drowning because all the cloud water is just coming down. And so they're finally, after a few hundred years, going to go and clean that mess. I was excited, but I live in Baltimore, so I don't really care about that.
Right.
Ward's injuries inspires Ponyville and win. That is awesomeness right there, happening in a bag. I'm still recording the screen, which is good. And Japanese MLP over now. Stream link. I was wanting to watch that, but I didn't. There's
Yeah,
some
I didn't watch it. But the opening, we watched the opening though.
I need to watch the ending of it. I watched the opening on here. Yeah. Now it's time to ship everything. Go and get a boat and go fishing is what I say.
Right.
Germany Pirate Party renames itself German Pony Party. Alrighty. Words.
So they have more season 4 news here, but I mean, like, this completely contradicts what they said because now it's saying that Trixie's going to join the main 6. Well, there wasn't a Trixie episode in the list earlier.
Yeah, right here. Oh, that reminds you. Trixie will be joining the main 6 in season 4. That's what you guys wanted, right? Hey, I wanted to join the main 6 too. Damn it, Megan! You weren't supposed to reveal that just yet. According to Ed Larson. Like this
could already join the main 6. No more Gilda, no more Luna. Well, we're gonna make Luna pink.
They're clearly.
Apparently, this is what happens when the CMC get a hold of Luna.
Makes sense.
Because they tried to do that with Owlicious, but that was just practice.
Yeah, for the real deal. The Princess of the Night is too scary. We must make her pink. I concur, says Sweetie Belle. I am a normal pony. That is normal. Anyways.
Okay, the Tropical Octave, that was pretty good. That was quite a while ago that song came out. What was really cool about it was that they had like there was a still picture for the photo, and then they had like these they had Vinyl and Octavia come out and just do a little bit of a dance, and this animation is absolutely wonderful. You can play that if you want.
Gilda was actually the bad toy sales, but I bought a Gilda toy. She looks awesome. She's right here in my hand, actually.
I have Spitfire.
I have a plush though. I have an actual toy from Hasbro for Gilda, and she actually looks pretty cool.
Doesn't matter.
Rainbow Dash's mane doesn't. Rainbow Dash doesn't have any like. Her mane isn't even rainbow. I mean, like the mane on her head, you got like red, orange, green, then yellow, and then her tail's like purple, blue, and red.
Spitfire's still better.
No, Luna's best pony. Equestria's top supercomputer from EQ2456 is now obsolete and will be dismantled and replaced with actual unicorns.
Of course. Because
Everything
that's more efficient.
There's a little animation here. I don't want to watch it because it was weird.
What do you mean it was weird?
It was weird.
It was cool.
It was weird. G.I. Joe uses jelly-filled glory to surpass animated ancient horses. Ah ha 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 ha.
BronyCon 2014 is going to be on the moon.
Makes sense.
I'm not quite sure how. I'm not sure how I'm going to get there, but you know, we'll see.
I wouldn't mind.
Click on the link in your Skype.
Well, don't send me messages. It'll look unprofessional that you just sent me a picture to a YouTube thingy.
It wasn't a
You're
picture.
gonna want them to watch. You want them to watch a YouTube video?
Yeah, because it was awesome.
No, I want to go to sleep. It's been a long time. No train. I love trains. Oh, it's the Dodge Challenger.
Across from a diner that has the best donuts.
I'm gonna watch this commercial.
That's not a saying. Yes, it is.
There's donuts
Maybe
and a Dodge Challenger and a train. That made my day. Right.
불마당질러 진퇴양난에 빠진 미국 남조선 연합군의 기갑 부대들을 정대지 미사일과 유도폭탄으로 파괴할 것입니다. 단기 석결 전 둘째 날은 인민군이 남진 총공세를 시작하는 날이다. 인민군 항공육전병력 1,500여 명은 남측 대도시 80m 상공에서 저공 강화로 남조선군 국방부대들과 시가전을 벌이게 될 것이며 남조선군 국방부대는 특수훈련을 받은 인민군 항공육전여단과의 교전에서 이길 가망은 없을 것으로 보인다. 한편 인민군 4개 기기화 군단이 전차 4,600대와 장갑차 3,000대를 몰고 물밀듯이 밀고 내려갈 것이다. 다음엔 군용 수송차에 탑승한 인민군 보병부대가 남측 각 도시들에 진입해서 산발적으로 남조선군 국방부대들을 깨끗이 미국군 태평양 사령부 휴화 전력을 강력한 대량 파괴 무기로 선제 공격하여 순식간에 제압할 것이다. 반기 선결전 마지막이면서도 그 결과를 언론에 공개하지 못하고 전전긍긍하는 까닭을 알 수 있다.
That'd be horrifying for that people in that giant ship right there. I don't know what to make of that. I still don't know what to make of that. Derpy! I have a picture of Derpy right there. That made my day better. Okay. Let's see. BronyCon's on the moon. Hey, no. It's okay that BronyCon's on the moon. You know why? They're hosting at the Philly Gaines moon base.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a pretty big venue. As long as Jamdra doesn't destroy it with fire again.
Yeah. Anyways, War Thunder at Pony Nation. I don't know what the heck War Thunder is.
Well, okay, actually, Surefire was telling me about
My
this.
ear itches.
Surefire said that it was actually pretty, he said, think Ace Combat mixed with Team Fortress multiplayer.
I can't.
That's what he said it's like.
I'll think of Age of Empires. Twixie is a candy bar.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I like this. This actually sounds interesting. They're gonna. There was someone that just tweeted Megan McCarthy and Emily Larson. They said, "If it's okay, I'm gonna ask both of you a question." And she says, "Well, it depends on the question. If I answer, it means you can, and if I don't answer, it means you can't." And he asked, "Do you know if there's going to be an episode that talks about disabilities?" And she just simply said yes. So, I mean,
I'm still looking at this cologne right here.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Because that was posted that was one of the first things that was posted on April 1st, like right after midnight or whatever is when they posted that. And I don't know if it was an April Fool's joke or not.
Well, I don't know either. Either way, I want cologne of Luna.
Luna by Luna.
Yeah, I want some.
You want to smell like Luna?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I do. I want to smell like the moon. I will be the night of the moon thing.
The night of the moon.
Yeah. Anyways.
So who's going to be disabled? Is it going to be Scootaloo? She's already disabled. That
would be awesome, actually. I mean, that sounds cruel, but that would be actually awesome if she was legitimately disabled. Holy crap, you can't actually buy this. It's $40.
Well, yeah, it's freaking expensive. I saw that. It was like $39 for all of them.
That's an awesome Rainbow Dash shirt.
But I mean, why would you? I don't know.
I told you before. I dress fancy. I wear cologne. I wear scarves. I wear suits.
Are you gonna wear cologne at the Fiesta Equestria?
Maybe. Probably.
That's gonna be interesting, everyone. Just wait until we do our coverage of the Fiesta Equestria while we're there.
Yeah, I'll be in a scarf and a nice jacket.
Yes, you actually get to see us because we're going to be covering the convention.
What? No. Anyways, I still want to smell like Luna. My current cologne is nice. I mean, what's my current cologne? It's expensive cologne. I have some expensive cologne right now. I don't know what it's called, but I want to smell like Luna for $40 instead.
I want to smell like Luna for $40.
I don't want to smell like my $60 cologne. I want to smell like this $40 cologne here.
And that is pretty much all there was to go over. If you haven't seen our blind Let's Watch with Double Rainboom yet, definitely go and check that out. Why?
No, I mean, if you haven't watched it, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, because I'm drunk, and everyone likes it when I'm drunk.
Not really, no.
I've had an overwhelming positive response by people telling me that it was funny.
Yes. Anyways, here's a picture of Derpy. I'm just going to leave it there as we end off this podcast.
Yes, make sure you tune in next week. We're going to have our review of the MLP comic series, and if we can, we'll get Duhad and Lightning Rabbit to join us for that.
Probably will, which, yeah, we already stated our opinions on another channel, but you know, we're going to say them here too because you guys are just that lucky.
Yeah, no one watches end to end, so.
Clearly.
So, that'll be it for the podcast this week.
I'm hungry.
And I'll sign off. I'm Lightning.
I'm tired and hungry.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time.
Or else. Yeah.